This is 10 tips on how to prepare for an amusement park with your kids. And today what I want to talk to you about is my top 10 tips for how to amusement park with kids. My number one tip is to be patient with your children. It is probably not in their typical routine to spend all day at an amusement park, and it can be way more tiring than you might realize, especially for a kid. Yes, they run around crazy at home and you think, oh, this will be no problem. But they're outside of their comfort zone, they're running around crazy there, it's hot outside, there are people they don't know. It's a very high stress environment for them, so just be patient with your kids and realize that it's going to be different at amusement park. My number two tip is to teach your children to wait in line and not cut in front of other kids. It is very easy for parents when they get to an amusement park to just let their kids loose and go wait in line. But if they've never been there before, you don't realize that they're just cutting in line because they don't know that they need to wait, and everyone just kind of rushes the door sometimes. So try to teach your kids to be courteous and respectful of other children who are waiting in line. My number three tip is to bring a stroller or a wagon for your kids. Even if they're a little bit older, just having a place that they can relax, take a break, lay down, take a nap if they need to. It just kind of gives you like a home away from home, a little home base. And that way you can put your bags, your sunscreen, your band-aids, whatever you need for the day, water bottles inside your wagon, inside your stroller, and you have a place that you can store all your stuff. My number four tip is to plan on going slow, especially on your first time. Now granted, we have gone to a lot of amusement parks and we go pretty fast, but I just barely went with some new friends and this was their first time at an amusement park, and they were a little shocked at how quickly we went, and I had to slow way down. So just realize that your first time going, you're gonna be a little slower. It takes some practice to like get the whole amusement park with family thing down. Also, your kids can't walk as fast as you, and you will learn that very quick when you're trying to drag them to the next ride. My tip number five, sometimes the kiddie ride lines are just as long as the adult ride lines. And that might seem kind of crazy to wait an hour to ride a kiddie ride, but just brace yourself for it, especially one that's like a slow turnover. You may wait a long time before your kid actually gets to ride that. And so helping your kid to prepare for the fact that they're gonna have to wait for a line is important. Or they might just not ride any rides. But sometimes the lines do get long even for the kiddie rides. Have a contingency plan. So sometimes at amusement parks, it rains or weather prevents the rides from operating the way they would. And so we've been there at parks sometimes where they shut all the rides down and you're kind of just waiting around, and you may just decide, okay, we're just gonna bag it and leave. But if you're far away from your house, like it's across the country and all you have is a hotel and you're like, this is the one day we're gonna get to be here, then have some other plan. Like the park may offer other non-ride items that you can do as well. Like there might be a farm or there might be a playground or something like that. And so if you have a contingency plan in place where you know, okay, if there's bad weather, this is what we're gonna do, then you don't have to waste time standing around or go get in line for food, which is what everyone else will do. And you will know what you're gonna do so that you are prepared. If it starts raining, for example, everyone at the park is going to suddenly decide that it's time for food and the lines will be super long. And so having some sort of a contingency plan where you know what you're gonna do, even if it is grab some food, like you know to do that immediately before the rest of the people get that idea. My number seven tip is to manage expectations, and that is your own expectations and also your kids' expectations. Your kids may have the idea that they're just gonna be constantly riding rides, but if you want to ride rides also, and sometimes you might just be doing grown-up rides, having that conversation with your kid before you get to the park can be very helpful in not having meltdowns and tantrums. Just having a conversation about the plan for the day will allow everyone to have a clear expectation of what the day is going to be like going into it, and that will help ease the attitude of everyone. And when I say manage the expectation for adults as well, some people, like my husband, really like to ride rides, and it's hard to wait on the kid rides. And so just having the conversation of what the family is going to do to accomplish everyone's goals will help the family be much happier throughout the day. My number 8 tip is to watch videos about the rides to help your kids get excited about them. There are a ton of rides on YouTube. We post a lot of stuff on our channel to help kids get excited as well. And just watching some of the videos or watching some of the park videos there are out there can help you not only get excited, but also give you a sense of the park and what there is to do there, all of the fun stuff that the park offers, so that when you leave and you're talking to someone about, oh yeah, we went to Kings Island, and they're like, oh, did you do this? Like, oh no, we missed that. Well, you might not have missed it if you had watched some videos and done a little bit of research. That is why this is important, because you don't want to, especially if you're coming from out of town, you don't want to miss something amazing. My number 9 tip is that while you're at the amusement park, try not to pressure your kids to ride rides. It can be tempting because you want them to experience the joy and the thrill that you feel, but unless they want to do it, it is not going to be thrilling for them. And they might also blame you for feelings of not having fun. So it's better just to let them choose which rides they want to go on. Even if you really want them to ride a ride, let them make that choice so that they can accept the consequences of what the ride does to them emotionally. And my number 10 tip is to pack extra clothes for kids ages 0 to 5. Accidents happen, whether it's vomit, spit up, or potty accidents. You just want to make sure that you have a change of clothes, or if not, plan on buying some there if something happens. They do have most ages of clothes at most amusement parks, but the youngest I've ever been able to find is about 2T. So if you've got an infant, especially bring new clothes. But even for some of those older kids, it's not a bad idea to have something to change into if something does happen. Those are my first time family tips for going to an amusement park with young children. If you like these videos, please make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. That really helps out our channel. There are a whole bunch of our experiences at different amusement parks and should give you a sense of what a day at these amusement parks will be like. Thank you so much.